Hey guys, it's Mara and Bamley here with a new video for you. As always, I always want to get you better at sketching. That's what I'm here for. So in this video we're going to talk about scaling and proportions, because I can't remember, I saw a comment or a question about how to not make your sketches look like toys because of the proportions, and something is just off with it, so it looks like it could be a toy or something like that. And that has to do with proportions and scale. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. I'm going to introduce you to something I call cloud sketching, and I'm sure a few of you are already familiar with that because I've been talking about it for a while now and made a few videos on it. But I think it's going to be useful to bring it up again because some of you are like me who you don't really want to set up an entire grid system and stuff like that to get your perspective right and proportions. Personally, I don't really have patience for that, but it might be a good start to do that if you're not familiar with perspective sketching at all. Then you might want to start the traditional way. Anyway, let's get into the video. I'm going to show you some how I sketch whenever I want to sketch something, and what I think about when trying to get the proportions right. So let's do it. Alright guys, let's get started. This is the last sketch that we did in the previous video. It's just a cool way to start this video by showing you some cool car sketch here. And I kind of don't want to waste this paper, but it has some, bleeding through from the others. So let's, for this time, I'm going to use this as doodle paper later, but for this video, let's start off with a clean sheet of paper. And I also need to find my big pen. Did someone steal my big pen? Maybe, but good thing is I have a few of them here. So if anybody's wondering what I'm sketching with, this is the package. All right. And this, as always, no marker paper here. This is a sketchbook that looks like that. So those are the two tools we're gonna be using now. Maybe add some markers later, I don't know, we'll see about that. Alright, we're almost ready to start sketching. Now we need to put some music on. Let's see what we have. That will do. Okay, so proportions. We want to talk about proportions today, and cloud sketching, and how you can use it in your sketching to get your sketches better. You just have to use the exact same approach that I'm using here, but you can use it on any type of product or sketch. And I call it cloud sketching. So let's say that we have a, let's think of, I don't have more coffee. So maybe this session is not going to be as good as I hoped since I'm out of coffee. Okay, let's think of a coffee maker. Whenever you start sketching a new product, you kind of want to think of the main shapes of that product. So you wanna break it down into this very, very basic shapes of whatever you're sketching. So for a coffee maker, what kind of elements do we have that really makes up a coffee maker? I'm not sure. Actually, I'm gonna Google some ideas just to get an understanding of what kind of elements go in a coffee maker. They look so different. So, okay. Usually we have a stand of some sort. So let's just start by adding a box in which this coffee maker is going to go in. So let's make a big cube like this. Perspective. Don't worry about it. Let's see what's going on here. See, this is what happens when you don't have coffee. When you don't have coffee, everything is a mess. Look at this line here, it's totally off. But the good thing is, we're not gonna notice those lines once the sketch is finito, because we're gonna cover it up. Or just make some tricks so that the eyes are not focused on this mess. Alright, so we have the, usually we have some sort of stand where, you know, the water goes in and that actually holds the coffee. I don't even know what it's called. The coffee pot. There we go. So let's see if we can make something out of this weird cube or box here. Can maybe just add some lines to get things started. I think coffee maker is maybe not a good example to start with here, but since I'm already, you know, since I already started, you know, I might as well finish it. But it's because it's such a weird shape. It doesn't really have a, you know, they all look different, so it's not easy to figure out the main elements of a coffee maker, since there are no rules really to how they look. So anyway, I'm just gonna make this a sketch session, and then we can make a chair or something like that, which is a better example. Does that look okay? Not sure. I think the perspective is all messed up. I'm actually right now just trying to fix this perspective. This has turned into a video that has nothing to do about proportions. But let's say this is the stance here, or the kind of base of the coffee maker. So you have the water thing right here. You fill this up with water, this entire thing right here. You might have a, you know, you open it up. Here's a handle where you can open this. Something like that. My mind is working overtime right now trying to fix this and make it into a usable video. But don't worry, we're gonna jump into something else shortly. A different product. I'm just gonna... I can't like not finish something I started. I can't just leave this like this. Now I need to fix it. That's just how it is. And unfortunately I started the video already, otherwise I would cut this so you don't have to watch all of it. Alright, let's make a... should we even make a pot here? I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess so. We could make something. What does a pot look like? You have the filter too, obviously. So we need something like this. And we need the bottom of the filter. As a half cylinder. like that. So this is one of those sketches that usually I wouldn't show anybody because it looks like this. But I guess for the purpose of this video, and as I said in my previous video, I just don't really care. I just show all the mistakes and you know what goes behind the sketch and so on. Making mistakes is everybody makes mistakes. And this is a mistake right now, but if I spend time, I'm sure I can make this into a cool rendering. If I had the patience to do it right now. Which I really don't have because I'm not a fan of this product. As simple as that. But here's the pot, the handle for the pot, everything in perspective, correct? Hopefully, probably not. What does a pot look like? Need some reference pictures here. Well, we have a round one there, one is like a triangle or a pyramid, so I guess one is even a cup. So I guess I can do whatever I want here. And there are no engineers nearby either, so they don't give a crap about what this looks like. It's obviously not going to get produced. Alright, it's a bit flat, but yeah, that's my coffee maker machine. Probably gonna add some markers to this and fix this. This ellipse down here is messed up as well. So annoying. So annoying. Let's see if we can fix it. We can definitely fix it with markers, but maybe not with just using the big pen. Because markers, you can hide stuff, make it look like you actually knew what you were doing. It's kind of hard with just a big pen. Well, yeah, look at that. We have a coffee maker. Let's make some on-off buttons here as well. Should we put them here? Let's see reference again. What do people actually do? So this is me designing stuff. This is me at work. Like I'm looking at when I was a designer. I was like, what did people actually do? How do they put stuff where? And then I just do it. Then I just sketch something similar and annoy the engineers because the buttons are in the wrong place. It's gonna be too expensive. Can't manufacture this. What are you thinking? And then I had to start over again, which is why I had to sketch a lot and get, you know, which is why I prefer to just sketch stuff that really are not going to be manufactured. So I wouldn't call myself a good industrial designer because that for me is too much engineering, even if it's, you know, within the industrial design field. It's just too much engineering for me. I don't like it. I just like to sketch cool things. If it looks cool, that's awesome. Alright, we were supposed to add a couple of buttons here. That was the idea 10 minutes ago. This is probably going to be the weirdest video yet, because it just turned out to be such a far away thing from what we originally planned to do. Yeah, let's just add it up here, whatever. Make a nice little ellipse up here. So now we have one big button. We can solve that with one line. Bam! Now we have two buttons. On, off. or like timer or whatever. Hold it for 3 seconds. You get a sweet timer setting. Alright, we're done with that. So let's continue with what we were actually supposed to be doing for this video, which is proportions. So for that I'm just gonna stick with what I know. Like seriously, I'm just gonna use a car for this exercise. Alright, car, proportions, we wanna get it right, not make it look like a toy. First of all, what kind of car are you trying to sketch? That's the first thing you need to think about. And also you need to think about all the elements that go into a car. So is it an electric car? You might not need the engine space, you know. You can adjust that, or you can play around with the shape of that. But if you have an engine, you need to think about the engine going into the actual shape of the car you're sketching. So let's say we're sketching a sedan. So we have, first of all, we have a baseline, right? So proportion wise, I think, what did they say in school? I can't remember. I think it was like 3.5 wheels. 1, 2, 3, or eggs in this case. And then you have the other wheel right here. This is definitely an egg. But nowadays, I just kind of know where to put this because it just looks good. I don't know how to, how to teach that. I think that comes with time. Once you sketch like 5,000 different cars, you kind of get an idea of where to put this, what this distance is supposed to be without adding these circles. All right, so we can connect these or whatever. Let's make a baseline. There we have the baseline. So we have 3 different parts of a sedan here. We have the first part, which is the hood. Goes up until here, something like that. Then we have the passenger, or the greenhouse, where the passengers and everybody's going to sit and have a fantastic time. Goes something like that. Then we have the trunk, which is, depending on what kind of car you're sketching, it stretches out just a bit more than the front over here. That's it. For proportions, that's it. And you also want to think about the direction of the car. So you can see here that I ended the greenhouse right by the rear tire. But for the front side here, I stretched it back that much. Why? That's because I want to have a sense of direction, that this car is moving that way. And I do that by by adding this distance here. And obviously, because we need to have a V12 sitting up here, so we need to give this V12 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a big V12 up here, which needs a lot of space. So that's another reason for pushing this A-pillar back. From here, we basically have everything we need here to start designing our car and styling it. So, making sure that we're adding radiuses to our shapes or corners, like this. Add bumpers and stuff like that. Also, of course, adding... totally depends on what kind of style of car you're sketching, but doing this makes it a lot easier to get the proportions right. Something like that. And boom, we have our car. We have our 4-door here. And from here, we have everything set. We just need to add all of our details now and then make this car our own design. So I don't know if that was too easy to I kind of feel that was too vague of an explanation about the proportions. I do have my courses on the SketchMonkey where I explain in detail the concept of cloud sketching, and if you want you can go and check that out. I'm gonna make more videos on this for free as well, because I think this was a bit too vague, but I need your input, so I want to know I mean, did you understand this concept, or what did you not understand? What do you think I can make another video on, and so on, so I can help you that way. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just not stuck, but I'm just very into this sketch because I'm having so much fun now once the basic boring stuff is complete, which was setting up the boxes and doing all of that. From here we can just go ahead and design our car, do whatever we want with it. If you want to make 24-inch rims, we can do that, or even 28s. Make it a real downtown cruiser. And also add all the details such as rear lights, styling of that, front lights. We need to think about the perspective. Since it's in side view, we still have a sense of perspective here, which I've talked about in previous videos as well. And let's just add a few quick markers to this. Really quick. What is this? Blue, gray. Let's do it. Can't leave it without markers. I'm gonna make another video because I think this is not really explaining my point, but this video is gonna be too long if I make another product now, product sketch. But in that video we're gonna do a chair. So the next video is gonna be a chair using this technique. And again, if you're really serious about learning this, please feel free to check out my courses on the sketchmonkey.com. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, you can access them online in the members area. Sweet. I don't know about the proportions of this one. I think this A-pillar should be moved back even further. But I hope you get the point of this, the idea of starting big. Start big. Think about the main proportions, not proportions, but what's the word I'm looking for? Main elements of whatever you're sketching. So you need to divide your product, your sketch, into those elements when you start out, and make sure that each element is correct in perspective and in scale, in relation to all other elements that are in the sketch. So this is a video with a random coffee maker in it and a random car. But I had a lot of fun doing this anyway. It doesn't matter what I'm sketching. I'm always having fun sketching. And I hope you enjoyed the video too. And actually learn something from it. That would be fantastic. Add some details to this before we're finished with the video. So as I said, just let me know what you didn't understand or what you did understand from this video. If you learned something, always nice to know that you actually learned something from the videos. That's always cool to hear. I think I'm doing too much now for this sketch. Sometimes a sketch just looks better with less noise in the sketch. Let's add some ground reflections up there. And as a final touch, we're gonna add, let's see, some blue to this. All right, guys, that's it for this video. The next video, as I said, I think we're gonna sketch a, what do you think? Should we sketch a chair, or do you have any other product that you want to see by using this technique? Let me know, and I'll see what I can do. Now, if you like this video, you know what to do. I think you know what to do. You can share it if you want to do that. You can like the video. You can even dislike the video if it was really, too messy of a video. Feel free to dislike the video. I hope you don't, though. And if you haven't already, obviously subscribe to my channel, because we're gonna do a lot of more stuff like this. Hopefully a bit more organized next time, but you never know. Organization and I'm not really good at organizing things too much. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking right now, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take it easy, guys.